What's up, YouTube? It's me, DJ Brandon, back at you. It's been a while since I've done videos like this, so we're gonna do an unboxing video. And some of you have been following me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and here on YouTube. And well, y'all know we bought a small speaker system for like a real small shows. And let me show you what that looks like, and then I'm gonna show you what we're deciding to move towards. Good reason. Still a great speaker system, so let me show it to you. So those of you who want to know what the small speaker system was, it was the Turbosound IP300. This is the sub, and as you can see here is the column array speaker itself. Okay, it stands about a rough, let's say probably about 6.5 feet tall, just guesstimating. And this is a great system. It's a 1,000 watt system. So these are cool systems right here. This is a going trend. To me, it's no different than an Evolve 50 as far as the fixed height of a column array speaker. This is really good for like your, if you don't have a very dense dance floor. What I mean by that is having a dense dance floor and you have a speaker like this, unfortunately, what winds up happening is you have people standing in front of it, and so you can't really hear it. So you almost have to have the speakers elevated so they can, so you can hear it from the back of the dance floor. So those are the problems I see and actually experience with this, as well as the Evolve 50 from Electro Voice, which is a great sounding column array speaker for $12.99. I have an RCF rig that has two NLX 24s, but they also can buy poles to extend just one on top of the sub, so at least you can still get those highs over the dance floor so you can hear it. But the RCF rig that I have is very large. I'll show you right here in the picture, as you can see. And with that large sound system, it's almost overkill on some of the stuff we have, but where this is not enough. So I wanted to have something in between. And this is a very affordable system that I pieced together. I couldn't really, I listened to the Evox 12 from RCF. I wasn't impressed. The sub just didn't have it for me. It didn't sound good. I actually thought the JMix 8 sounded better for what I would use it for, especially over this for a compact line array system, column array. But at least RCF did something right. And same thing with FBT, is by putting a pole on top of a little compact sub like that, so that way you can at least extend the tops up high enough. So that's really important, getting those mids and highs. That's why you see people with 12s and 15-inch speakers on stands. Now I don't get me wrong, I like the K12s, the EV Live X's, and the ETX. All those manufacturers make good stuff. But what I find the problem is speakers or speaker stands become a trip hazard. That's the reason I kind of moved away from that. Would I use it again? Absolutely. But this has actually, I like this look better than I do the speaker stand situation. So that is the reason why I went this route over dealing with speaker stands. The only reason I probably deal with speaker stands if they're not in the way of trip hazards. But having an extra DJ booth, the feet just takes up so much space. So this is actually taking up very little space, which is nice. And most subwoofers, like 18-inch subs, 15-inch subs, my 21-inch subwoofers from RCF, the single ones, take up less space than what a tripod would take as far as footprint. And that's the reason why we were still using them. We use them for like our large shows, for our big school dances, which is really cool. So they cover a huge amount of people, a large number of people. So, but we needed something in between. So let me show you what that looks like. Here we have the Colunm M15B. It's a passive, not passive, but it's a powered subwoofer. Not passive, but it has a built-in amplifier. It's 2200 watts. Okay. This subwoofer is also a bandpass. So you have air being moved from behind the sub inside the cabinet, come out of one port, and at the front port is actually being ported from the front of the sub, which is behind the wood plate in front of the speaker itself. So this is a 15-inch speaker sub, and it sounds phenomenal. I've heard it, sounds great. So we picked up 4 of these so we can kind of spread them out in a large venue for weddings. Or you can couple 2 of them up, but you know, we can use an average of 2, or I can send my DJ out with a couple of them. And then the tops that we decided to go with is these column array tops. So this is the IP300. These are 600 watt tops. And before you start talking crap, because some people are like, oh, it's not 2200 watt top like K12 or 1000 watt, man. These tops are very loud. You don't need a lot of watts for an array speaker. Those of you in the professional speaker world, you don't need a whole lot of wattage for speakers that are in an array, especially for pushing mids and highs. These have 2 6.5-inch drivers and 4 tweeters, has a 180-degree dispersion. So I was very impressed with these. These sound excellent. So we're gonna go ahead and unbox this guy and show what we have inside the sub. All right, let's get it. So check this out. We have 4 casters, and these casters are pretty stiff as far as the wheels go. So you don't have to worry about them vibrating, which is nice. So you got these casters. You got 4 casters that have screws in the back, or you can choose not to put them on there at all, which some people do, you know. But yeah, I mean, having casters do make it a little nice to transport it in and out of a building. So, yep. Here's your manual. Pretty good size. Pretty small and compact. So I'm just grab it. Wow, not bad. I'll show it to y'all. So here it is. Here's the front of it. 15-inch, 2200 watt, 4-inch voice coil, power bandpass subwoofer, or a PA system. It's got their logo on the front. It feels like it's built very, very well. Use Clark Technic DSP processing. The sub weighs roughly around 81 pounds. And here's your handles here. It was actually pretty easy to grab too, so it's not hard at all. Let me show you the amp to rotate it around. Here we have the connections on the back. You got a nice, good, well-built, high-quality amplifier in the back. It's got Clark Technic DSP. You have your 2 1/4-inch / XLR inputs, and you have your XLR output through. These are not crossover outs. It actually has a built-in crossover right here. It's just knob on the left. You also have a boost button for more bass. You're gonna reverse your polarity or keep it normal, which is nice. And you also have your volume. I already have 2 outside the box now. So pretty much, you know, I kept them halfway. You gotta break these in. Just like any subwoofer, you don't want to just take it out of the box and start blasting it, because you can actually blow your sub that way. So the manufacturer recommended 24 to 48 hours of continuous play, normal play, before you start cranking on them. You do have, for power, we have IEC input right there. You have your fuse. So you got your power input, your fuse, and you also have your power button. Pretty straightforward. It looks like for them to service this, if you ever needed to, you just take these screws off, and then you'd be able to access the other side of the amp. But also, you could take the amp out in order to service the subwoofer itself. This is where you put your casters on. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward. As far as mounting goes for speakers, you just have your standard speaker pole mount. It just slides right in there. I've already messed around with that. It doesn't rock back and forth, which is pretty nice. With the speaker poles I was currently using on stage. I'm actually going to get some better speaker poles that actually have cranks on them, because I don't like the on-stage ones. The on-stage ones do rattle, so I'm going to definitely switch those out. They're not that expensive, but yeah, this is a pretty straightforward subwoofer, and let me show you the top. All right, so here we have the top right here. So it's the IP300. It's a 600 watt top column array speaker. It's very loud, very good compression though too. So it's got 4 tweeters, 4 2-inch neodymium tweeters, and 2 6.5 drivers. So that is pretty cool. My RCS had 4 6.5 drivers and a single tweeter, and that's in a whole different ball game. I mean, you're talking about a $2,500, I think we'll say a $2,400 speaker versus a $400 speaker. So again, this is for middle of the row events that I do, like weddings and stuff like that. So that way we don't have to take out the big RCF rig unless we have to, depending on the room. So I mean, this has 180 degrees dispersion. There are about 4 of these tops and 4 of these subs. So that way we can have some good coverage for weddings. But let's go ahead and unbox it. Wow. Very nice, very nice. So, first look, you know, it's built really well, feels really nice, really cool, because they have the amp up here. It's a Class D amp, 600 watt, and they have ports. The speaker is ported, and they have the ports right next to the amp to keep it cool. If you look closely, you have a handle right here at top, so you can lift the speaker. And you also have a handle right here in the back. I'm holding it with one hand, weighs 26 pounds, which is not bad. You have a pole mount in the very bottom, which is cool. So, and you also have this speaker is also Bluetooth capable, so you can also connect it via Bluetooth from your phone straight into there, or your laptop, whatever Bluetooth source you want to connect it to for Bluetooth audio. You also have your 2 XLR/1/4-inch inputs and 2 outputs, so you have a built-in mixer. They do have an app that you can download for Clark Technic control. It's got Clark Technic DSP, digital signal processing, so it's something to take a look at when you get a chance. But this handle does make it a lot easier, so when you get ready to lift it up on top of the speaker pole, you'll be able to have better control of it. So first look, this is a really nice, beautiful grill. So you have the 2 6.5 drivers, one right here, the bottom one, and the next one up. You have a tweeter facing that way, a tweeter facing this way, and then same with the other 2. So first look, this is actually a pretty darn good looking speaker here. So this is a good close up, and I paired it up with this Milan 15-inch sub. So these speakers are pretty loud. So it has 180 degree dispersion, so you can actually hear it from the side, which is pretty cool, pretty darn cool. So for weddings, this is definitely a good system for that. They do make 18-inch versions of the sub. You can pair the 18 with this speaker, and I think you'll be fine. You can see a better view of the speakers themselves. So you can see the woofers here and the tweeters. So you got 4 neodymium 2-inch tweeters. So you got 2. This top one and this third one down is actually facing towards the window, and then the other facing towards us. So you get 180 degree dispersion once again. I know you're tired of me hearing that and repeating myself, but I want to show you that, and this is definitely a good product. It's a pretty cool product. I definitely endorse it. Who's this for? I would say people who are doing events, like most people try to push these things with 500 people. Yeah, of course, if you're not rocking a dance floor or trying to put on a concert, but for weddings, this system is great. So I definitely like this system for that. And then we use the speaker pole, which I'm going to show you in my living room, so that way you kind of get an idea of what that looks like, and it sounds great. So here, check this out. All right, so we got this thing plugged in from a laptop here, running a Virtual DJ Pro 8, and we're coming out of the headphone jack into the mixer. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up so you kind of take a look at it, and we're gonna turn it up. There we go. Got some bass coming through there. Appreciate you watching. Put your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, my channel. I know I haven't been posting up for a lot, but I know we've been mixing up with wedding videos and DJ stuff, production stuff. So that, we do all these services, so our customers are enjoying it. However, to get it probably the best close to feel, I mean, this camera video is not gonna do justice on it. These sound amazing. I endorse these products, and you're watching a video of somebody who owns a $30,000 sound system that's in our storage facility, and because it's too big to keep it here, and I'm actually taking all this over there too. So got a lot of other cool stuff I'm gonna show y'all, and don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, put some headphones on with some good bass in your headphones, good bass response, or if you have a surround sound system on your computer or whatever, so you can kind of hear the bass response on that. This speaker sounds really good. I believe it gets down to, I believe, 40 hertz or 35 hertz. Somewhere it's crazy low, and it sounds deep and punchy, and it's very tight bass, which is what I like. So you know, again, this is something I wanted to get I needed something that's a little bit more powerful than our small compact column array speakers. I'm probably gonna end up getting rid of those. I'm not really sure yet. Maybe, who knows? I'll sell them locally here. They're great for somebody starting out for a DJ, or just keep them for multi-op purposes, you know. But anyway, the speaker's really easy to get in and out of vehicles. You can put it in the back seat of a Honda Civic for the sub and the tops. So I mean, it's very small and compact. You can literally travel with this thing, and it's awesome. So I had to put together my own version of a column array speaker system because I wasn't satisfied with what some of the other manufacturers were charging. I know the Evolve 50 currently now is sitting at, as of today, the time I'm recording this video, it's like $1,300. This sub was like on sale for $550, and I was like, I'm taking a risk. This is really cheap. But it turns out that I've heard that the sub was around $1,200 originally, then it went down to $800. Now it's down to $550. Turbosound's a really good company. They offer a 10-year warranty on these, so I say I have nothing to lose. So I was impressed with the IP300s and the build quality, and I've put these IP300s in direct sunlight and played a lot of music for hours at a time, and they never thermal throttle. So they've been great in that aspect. So I haven't had any overheating issues, so I kind of figured out it would be the same scenario with these setups here. So I don't plan on driving these subs too hard anyway. If I wanted to blow people out of there, I'll bring my RCF rig 21-inch subwoofers out, and we'll do a review on that later on. We got to go to the facility to do that. They're huge. But anyway, appreciate you watching. This video is long enough, so do what you do best, practice and enjoy, and God bless. Peace.